Alright, today something different, something strange has caught my eye about the Nikon Z50II. There are not much videos, YouTube videos out there explaining or testing the video modes on this camera. Today, in this video, we're going to take a look at the quality of the video modes of the Nikon Z50II. Now, when thinking about making a video with your Nikon camera, there might be some things you need to consider. There's something like the 180 rule of, the 180 shutter rule to experience the motion blur that we see with our human eyes. To replicate that motion blur, you might need a ND filter. This one is from KNF Concept. You can find it in the description below. So it's like a pair of sunglasses for your lens. Of course, you're not going to buy an ND filter for each lens you own. To make it financially more appealing, you will need these. So this one is an 82mm in diameter ND filter. This kit lens is a 16 to 50mm with a diameter of, 46mm. So across here, 46mm. And the step-up ring converts that 46mm to 82mm. This is 82mm, so I can screw this one right on there. I know this is looking quite ridiculous, like this. Check it out. Another accessory that will come in handy is something like this. This is like $10. This is a lens clean blower, plasticky thingy to blow off the dust of your lens, your ND filter, whatever, your ear, your nose, that might come in handy. I am filming this video on my smartphone. Now the shot I'm taking is from the Nikon Z50II. So you have kind of an idea. I started making this video with the Nikon Z50II set to program mode. So I had to do it all over again. Now I've set it to manual mode. And yeah, I was telling about the 180 shutter rule. So when you're shooting your video at 24 frames per second, the closest is 1/50 shutter speed. So when you're shooting in 60, you have to put your shutter speed at correct 120. So this camera doesn't have internal, as they say, the IBIS, has no image stabilization in the camera. So you're pretty much obligated to buy a VR lens if you want to shoot video. If you use a tripod, that's okay, because your image will be stable when you put it on a tripod. So yeah, that's the biggest downside of this camera. I have turned every stabilization off at the moment, and I will turn it on in a second. So now I've turned on the electronic VR of the lens. This is looking much smoother, but it's kind of jittery. See? You can push it a little bit further by using the vibration reduction. So now I'm using the sports vibration reduction. As you can see, I believe this is still a little bit jittery, but I see some improvement. I don't know what you think. Do you see any difference? Also, when you use the electronic VR, your image gets like cropped in. I don't know by how much, but it's noticeable, definitely. Right, now let me show you what my settings are. I'm sorry, but I'm holding the smartphone in my hand. I do not have an extra iPod to show you, so I'm holding it by hand. The first thing you need to change is you want to shoot in 10-bit, 8-bit movie or MP4. Keep in mind that at 10-bit, 8-bit, you cannot shoot in 4K mode. You have SDR, HLG, but you have to have a compatible monitor, and the N-Log, that's like the flat color profile I believe so. Nikon has N-Log, Canon has C-Log. I believe DJI has D-Log M. I don't know the Sony one, S-Log maybe. I don't know. I'm a Nikon kind of guy. All right, the second thing is the frame rates. Most of the time I shoot in 30 frames per second, but this time I'm shooting in 24. My smartphone also is shooting in 24, so I do not have to fiddle around in the editing software to match the frame rates. So keep that in mind. Shoot at the same frame rates if you can. All right, let's go back. So no. Vignette control, neutral or normal. Skin softening, normal. Video flicker reduction. In Europe we have 50 Hertz, so our lights are, the frequency of the lights are 50 Hertz. In America that's 60 Hertz. So that reduces the flickering of the lights. Sometimes you see that in the background or on a video or something. A high flicker reduction. If you turn this on, I will show you what changed. You see the shutter speed is in decimals now. If I change it back, you will see the normal shutter speed shown 1/x. So keep in mind, if you get into trouble, you have to get in this menu and turn it off. Focus, autofocus continuous, of course. You have our area mode, auto area. The product review mode is when you show something to the lens, it'll I don't know, focus immediately on what you're showing close to the camera. That's about what I'm using as my camera video settings on the Nikon Z50II. I know this is gonna be hard to edit, I know, but I'm learning DaVinci Resolve, so that's why I'm making this video for myself as well, because being on YouTube is like a learning curve. It's a learning process. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you learned something, and don't go anywhere. Be sure to watch this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.